All right. So, right now we are approaching Super Bowl Sunday. And, it's Monday, so it's going to be this Sunday. I think what is it going to be? The 11th in Vegas. And we've got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. And I will say that I am not a big sports fan myself. I I enjoy one sport. I actually two sports that I actually enjoy watching from a spectator standpoint, whether in person or on television, or soccer and hockey, ice hockey. I love hockey. I mean, like I'm not a super fan though, so I couldn't tell you like players' names or anything like that. But any game that I'm able to go to, I will definitely go. Or if we catch it on TV, it's fun to watch. But we are talking about Super Bowl Sunday. So this is supposed to be the biggest Super Bowl to date in terms of I think it's the excitement of the Chiefs versus the 49ers, and then also ticket prices. I heard a report last week that the average ticket price was 10 grand. And I'm like, whoa. In 2023, it was 8,000. So it is really, really like hyped up. And I know people are really kind of starting to get into gear and to kind of, heading into the Super Bowl weekend. But I will say this particular year, I am super excited about Super Bowl because both myself and one of my good styling friends here in Dallas we're styling someone pretty important that's tied to Super Bowl. So I'm not going to say who it is now, but to find out, definitely make sure that you are following me on my Instagram because we'll have some really cool reveals as we get closer to Super Bowl. But anyway, I'm this year I'm like personally invested in it and can't wait to show you the cool things that we've been going on in terms of prepping for it. So yeah, so go for the 49ers, go for the Kansas City Chiefs. You'll see who I'm officially going to be supporting after after it's revealed, who we're styling. But yeah, I'm really really excited, and I will be watching this year. I actually do watch Super Bowl every year for advertisements and really just to be in the know, like what's going on. My husband, he will watch. He always watches the Super Bowl. He doesn't watch full games. He'll watch like the highlights on YouTube, so he kind of keep track of who's placing where. But we are definitely going to be watching with keen interest because of who again I'll be styling for Super Bowl. So check that out. Okay, and it's making a very very busy week this week. All right, so then what else is also happening in the world, and this is more so for fashion, is New York Fashion Week. So New York Fashion Week kicks off this week, and it is I think it's going to be kicking off on the 9th. Yeah, on Friday. That's when the shows are going to start. So really, really excited about that. I know. So I'm excited for several reasons. So first of all, we're going to be there early next week. So the Fashion Week runs from February 9th, which is this Friday, through the 14th, next Wednesday. So I am going to be visiting one particular presentation, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And then also I have the opportunity to visit some showrooms of brands that may not be on the official New York Fashion Week roster, but they are participating in their market where they've got their showrooms open. So depending on the schedule, I may be able to hit a couple of those before I head back to Dallas. But I definitely have keen interest too because and if you've been following me over the past, I would say maybe year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years, you will know that a brand that I've really, really come to love and have been really styling my beautiful clients in is Lafayette 148. And this is so freaking cool because Lafayette is going to be showcasing at New York Fashion Week for the very first time, and the brand it's a mainstay in women's con- luxury design, really, but at much better price points than other luxury designers, right? Their clothes are not inexpensive, I will tell you that, but it's because of quality. But they've been around for years, 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 and years, right? Over 20 years. I think it might be around 23, but they've got the opportunity, so they're going to be showcasing, and they're going to be going, it's going to be next Tuesday, February 13th. I'm really, really excited to have been invited. And the best part is that they let me invite some of my clients as well. So my ladies who are fans of Lafayette, and again, I've styled them in it over the past year, year and a half plus. Some of them are going to be with me. So we're going to have a fantastic time. It's going to be freaking awesome. So that's going to be the highlight for me. But other shows that I'm looking forward to checking out online. Hopefully, it'll be posted on YouTube. But I'm interested in seeing what Proenza Schooler has. I really love that aesthetic. That is very, very minimalist, but like an artistic minimalist in terms of structure. And I'm really interested to see what Retrofet is going to do, how they're going to do as well. So we'll try to include a link to the official New York Fashion Week schedule, so you can see who is hitting when. Now, accessing it is something completely different. For the runway shows and presentations, it is pretty much invite only. And the people that they're inviting are going to be your press, going to be influencers and celebrities. Okay. Now, New York Fashion Week does have a way that you can buy in. They have some type of like different packages available that you can buy into some experiences. I don't really know what level access you would get, but that's why, hey, I check out YouTube, because most of the runway shows or presentations end up being on YouTube, and you can check it out. Vogue will probably have it, but WWD will probably have coverage of it, in terms of videos, or the very least pictures, and perhaps Business of Fashion. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also really looking forward to Bach Mai presenting. So if you watched this show from the beginning when we launched back in late November, of 2023, I had shared that last fall I had worn a dress designed by Bach Mai. And Bach Mai, for those of you that do not know, he is he's a designer. He's based in New York right now, but he hails from Houston, Texas. So he's from Texas, yay, which is awesome. He trained in Paris, and his point of view, I think, is really just very, very beautiful in celebrating the woman's body, the woman's form. And so I'm going to show you, I'll show it. I showed this a few episodes ago, but I'll show it again. So this is the dress that he designed, that I wore to the FGI Night of Stars here in that gala last October, or November, actually, here in Dallas. Now, I got the opportunity to meet Bach Mai at Neiman Marcus. I was invited to a private luncheon where he showcased at the time his fall winter collection, which this dress was a part of. And again, if you followed me on Instagram, you would have seen that I modeled the sample there, and the sample actually fit me, which was fantastic, and a few other really cool dresses. So if you scroll back in my timeline to like, wow, it was almost a year ago. I want to say it was like March, maybe April, that we had the luncheon. You'll see some of his other designs, as well. But I fell in love with this dress. This dress, the color is in my palette. You know, I'm big about colors, ladies, right? And it was just a moment. So I ordered it. I pre-ordered it, really just right after, and the dress got delivered in June, and then I waited until November to wear it. And I can't wait to pull it out and wear it to something really fun and snazzy as well. But I have a definitely keen interest in him, because I had the opportunity to sit with him and talk with him and talk things, all things fashion, and get really great insight into the inspiration for that collection. And what's cool about this dress, I'll show you as well, is let me put it over here. This dress was also featured in Vogue Mexico. I think it was like October or November of last year. So this is the dress here. The same dress that you see me have on. Let me see if I can bring these guys closer together. And there we go. So, hashtag who wore it better. Stop. But so it's funny because the coloring, the dress reads more green. Actually, everything, my handbag, and my handbag, I showed that as a what's in my closet several episodes again as well. That is the Tiffany Fendi collab that they did for the baguette. And that is the silk satin one that I have. So I pulled it out for the dress. Now, both the dress and the handbag read more green. It's actually a little bit more blue. It's more blue. Thank you for the thumbs up. Beautiful, right? It's actually more blue. The dress looks closer in color to the Vogue cover that you see, versus what you see the way the camera read it. But nonetheless, I mean, it's not. I think my dress isn't as quite as blue as the Vogue. It's kind of like actually in between. But boy, oh boy, it is absolutely gorgeous. So again, I've got a keen interest, and Bach Mai, his show is going to be the first it's on the first day of Fashion Week, this coming Friday. So I'm really, really excited again to see what he's going to be putting down the runway. If he does a runway or a presentation, I've got to look at the schedule to see which one he's doing. But I am totally, totally cheering him on. So yeah, so that was something cool for Fashion Week. And again, I recommend, if you love fashion, by all means, check out YouTube. They often have the footage after the fact of certain runway shows. And, again, publications like Vogue or Marie Claire, but Harper's Bazaar, those websites will likely have snaps, because obviously it's press of what's coming down the runway. So we can get a sneak peek of what's coming for fall of this year. All right. So now let's segue into